love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. In what can only be described as a seismic jolt through the NFL rumor mill, whispers are now swirling louder than ever that Justin Jefferson, the Minnesota Vikings crown jewel and arguably the most electrifying wide receiver in the league, may have just pulled off the most shocking move of the offseason. According to insider buzz and some not-so-subtle signs on social media, Jefferson may have secretly inked a deal with none other than the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, you heard that right. The same Eagles who already have a potent offensive lineup might be about to unleash a new era of dominance by adding Jefferson to their already lethal attack. If this rumor proves true, it's not just a signing. It's a betrayal of epic proportions, a move that could redefine the balance of power in the NFL and tear a hole right through the heart of Vikings Nation. Fans in Minnesota are stunned, blindsided, and frankly, furious. Because Jefferson wasn't just a player, he was the player, the face of the franchise, a beacon of hope. And now, if the whispers are true, he's the guy who walked out the back door, straight into the midnight green. There's been no official word yet, no press conference, no announcement from the league or the teams involved. But the signs? They're everywhere. From Jefferson scrubbing Vikings references from his social media bios, to the cryptic eagle emoji tweet he posted and then deleted just minutes later. Fans and analysts alike are connecting the dots. And the dots lead straight to Philadelphia. Sources close to the situation suggest the deal may have been in the works for weeks, conducted under the radar with the utmost discretion. Allegedly, Jefferson's camp grew frustrated with stalled contract negotiations in Minnesota, and with the team's lack of postseason success, the star wideout may have decided it was time to chase rings elsewhere. The Eagles, seeing an opportunity to capitalize on that discontent, may have swooped in with a Godfather-style offer, one Jefferson couldn't refuse. If this is true, it's not just a stunning development. It's a masterclass in front office maneuvering by the Eagles and a potentially franchise-crushing blow for the Vikings. What's particularly interesting in all of this is the sheer silence from both camps. Usually, when rumors this big begin to pick up steam, teams rush to do damage control, to deny, deflect, or, at the very least, address the speculation. But this time, nothing. Crickets. No tweets from the Vikings reassuring fans that Jefferson isn't going anywhere. No updates from Jefferson himself clarifying his status. And from the Eagles? A curious hush. It's the kind of silence that makes the rumors feel even more real. Because sometimes, no news is the biggest news of all. If Jefferson really is heading to Philadelphia, it would be one of the boldest and most dramatic moves in recent NFL memory. Possibly the biggest since Tom Brady left New England. And for Vikings fans, it's a gut punch. The idea that their superstar, their generational talent, could be wearing another team's jersey come week one is almost too much to bear. But the signs are all there. Insiders close to the Eagles organization are reportedly buzzing about a major announcement. While they won't name names, the language being used is deliberate, franchise-altering, game-changer, and even league-defining. These aren't terms thrown around lightly. And when you pair that with Jefferson's sudden absence from Vikings-related marketing materials, he's no longer featured prominently on the team website or their promotional ads. Things start to look even more suspicious. It's not just smoke, there's fire somewhere. Jefferson has also reportedly been spotted in Philadelphia multiple times in recent weeks, including a late-night dinner with someone described as a high-ranking Eagles executive. All of this could be coincidence, of course. But in the NFL, coincidences like this are rare. Moves like this are orchestrated with precision, secrecy, and intent. If Jefferson to the Eagles is truly happening, it's not a spur-of-the-moment decision. It's been in motion for a while. There's also a deeper narrative here, one that goes beyond contracts and locker rooms. Justin Jefferson was the emotional centerpiece of a Vikings team that desperately needed one. He brought swagger, personality, and pure athletic magic to a franchise searching for an identity. He wasn't just making plays. He was giving fans a reason to believe, to show up, to hope. And now, in what feels like a betrayal ripped from the pages of a Hollywood script, that same icon might be joining a team many Vikings fans see as a rival. The emotional fallout is palpable. Twitter is flooded with heartbreak. Jerseys are being burned, videos are being posted, and fans are venting like never before. The sense of betrayal is real. For Jefferson, if this is true, it's a calculated risk, a leap toward legacy over loyalty. For the Vikings, it could be a defining loss that haunts the franchise for years. The football implications are massive. Imagine Jalen Hurts lining up with A.J. Brown on one side and Justin Jefferson on the other. That's not just unfair, it's borderline illegal. Defensive coordinators across the NFC are already breaking out in cold sweats at the thought. The Eagles' offense, already one of the most dynamic in the league, could become an unstoppable force. The deep ball potential alone is terrifying. Jefferson's route running, speed, and hands combined with Hurts' mobility and arm strength, that's Madden-level stuff. But it also speaks to the Eagles' mindset. This isn't a team content with just competing. They want to dominate. They're making the kind of moves that say, we're not here to participate. We're here to take over. And if this Jefferson move is real, it's the ultimate power play. Back in Minnesota, the front office is reportedly scrambling. If they've truly lost Jefferson, they didn't just lose a receiver. They lost their offensive identity. Their entire playbook was built around his skills. Replacing him is virtually impossible. Draft picks can't fill that void overnight. Free agents of his caliber don't grow on trees. The Vikings may be looking at a full rebuild, whether they admit it or not. And that's the hardest pill to swallow. Not just that Jefferson might leave, but that his departure signals the end of an era. And fans? They're feeling betrayed. They stuck with the team through heartbreaks, through injuries, through mediocrity. Jefferson was their reward. And now, maybe he's gone. Just like that. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Jefferson's future has been the subject of speculation. Even last season, murmurs about his long-term commitment to Minnesota surfaced after a string of frustrating losses and what many saw as questionable front office decisions. Jefferson always stayed classy, always said the right things. But the tone was different, less enthusiastic, more careful. Now, with this latest twist in the saga, it's looking like those early concerns weren't paranoia. They were foreshadowing. The star receiver may have been planning his exit for a while, just waiting for the right opportunity. And if that opportunity came from a Super Bowl contender like Philadelphia, can you really blame him? Part 2. The fallout and what comes next. Could this really happen? While fans are still reeling from the potential shock, the NFL community is buzzing with questions. Could this be the biggest heist in recent memory? How did the Eagles manage to sneak under the radar and make a move of this magnitude without the media catching on? And more importantly, what does this mean for the NFC landscape moving forward? The rumor of Justin Jefferson joining the Philadelphia Eagles isn't just a juicy story. It's a complete game changer. If confirmed, it redefines playoff expectations, MVP conversations, and power rankings overnight. But for now, it exists in that strange limbo between fantasy and possibility, a whisper loud enough to shake foundations, but still waiting for that one piece of evidence that makes it real. Yet even without that confirmation, the tension is very real, and the potential implications are already being felt across the league. For Vikings fans, this rumor hits like a betrayal, not just because they might be losing a top-tier player, but because of how it's being done. In silence, in shadows, without the chance for a proper goodbye. It's one thing for a star to leave in free agency. It's another to disappear in the night, like a thief with your heart. And let's be real, Justin Jefferson was more than just a favorite. He was the guy. He made Sundays matter. Kids wore his jersey. Adults screamed his name. He wasn't just a wide receiver. He was a movement. If he truly chose to walk away without warning, it'll take a long time for the wounds to heal, especially if he ends up shining in Philadelphia, especially if he comes back to Minnesota in a different uniform and torches his former team. That image alone is already haunting fans' dreams. The Eagles, for their part, are sitting pretty. If this move goes through, they instantly become the most feared offense in the league. Forget balance. This would be an arms race. Jefferson and A.J. Brown? That's not a receiving core. That's a nightmare factory. Throw in Devonta Smith in the slot and Dallas Goedert at tight end, and it's almost unfair. The Eagles' front office will be lauded as geniuses, risk-takers, visionaries. This kind of boldness is rare in today's NFL. Most teams play it safe, but not Philly. If they really pulled this off, they just changed the game. And they did it with stealth and precision. The rest of the NFC would be left scrambling to respond, trying to catch up to a new gold standard that might be impossible to reach. All because of one massive, game-breaking move. Jefferson, on the other hand, will be stepping into a whole new world. A contender, a team with Super Bowl DNA, a quarterback on the rise, and a fan base that embraces stars with everything they have. Philly doesn't do anything halfway. They either love you or they don't. And if Jefferson walks onto that field in Week 1, he'll be met with a roar of approval that rivals anything he's experienced before. It's not Minnesota nice, it's Philadelphia passion. And that could be exactly what Jefferson wants at this stage in his career. The chance to play on a bigger stage. The opportunity to chase greatness. The chance to win. It's a tempting scenario, and if the rumors are true, it may have been too tempting to resist. A fresh start. A new chapter. A new kingdom to rule. Meanwhile, the Vikings front office is facing an existential crisis. This wasn't supposed to happen. Jefferson was the franchise cornerstone. He was the one player they thought they could build around. Losing him, especially like this, undermines everything. What message does it send to the rest of the locker room? To future free agents? To the fans who stuck through thick and thin? That Minnesota can't hold on to its stars? That no one's safe? The timing couldn't be worse either. The draft is months away. The free agent market has thinned out. And without Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, or any potential replacement QB won't have a true WR1 to rely on. It's a recipe for disaster, and the front office knows it. If this move is real, they'll be scrambling to do damage control for months. Some analysts believe this could actually be part of a larger plan. A full teardown. A rebuild. The Vikings might be preparing to hit reset on the entire franchise. Let Jefferson go. Trade veterans. Stockpile picks. Start fresh. It's a painful process, but sometimes it's necessary. If they weren't close to contention, holding on to Jefferson would have only delayed the inevitable. That's the glass-half-full view. The more cynical take? They blew it. They had a once-in-a-generation talent and couldn't build around him. Couldn't keep him happy. Couldn't win. And now, they're paying the price. No matter how you spin it, the potential loss of Justin Jefferson, especially to a powerhouse like the Eagles, is a colossal misstep, one that could define the franchise for years. The league itself is also watching closely. This move, if confirmed, could set a new precedent. Players with leverage might start looking for their exits earlier, especially if they're on middling teams with little hope of competing. The days of staying loyal through rebuilds might be over. And for front offices, the message is clear. Take care of your stars, or someone else will. The Eagles, always aggressive, always strategic, have reportedly once again proven that fortune favors the bold. And Justin Jefferson? He may have just become the most powerful symbol of player empowerment in recent memory. If he truly orchestrated this exit, he's not just leaving a team, he's changing the league. And that ripple effect? It could shake the NFL for seasons to come. So where does that leave us? Waiting, watching, hoping for clarity. Because right now, it's all just speculation. Wild, thrilling, painful, beautiful speculation. A rumor that feels more real with every passing hour. A possibility that could turn the league upside down. Whether you're a Vikings fan hoping it's all a lie, an Eagles fan dreaming of the ultimate upgrade, or just a football fan addicted to drama, you're invested now. You care, because this isn't just about football. It's about loyalty, about ambition, about legacy. And as we wait for that final domino to fall, one thing's for sure. The NFL may never be the same again. While the NFL world grapples with the possibility of Justin Jefferson's clandestine move to the Philadelphia Eagles, the layers of this story continue to deepen, sparking countless debates among fans, analysts, and insiders alike. The initial shock is settling into a complex brew of disbelief, anger, and cautious optimism. depending on which side you're on. But beyond the emotional impact, the football ramifications are immense. If Jefferson's switch to the Eagles is real, it signals a tectonic shift in the NFC and the league at large. This isn't just about a player changing teams. It's about the dynamics of power, ambition, and strategy in the modern NFL. What makes this rumor so tantalizing is the way it fits into larger trends: player empowerment, secret negotiations, and the hunger for immediate success that drives teams like the Eagles to move boldly and decisively. This could mark the beginning of a new era, one defined by high-stakes gambles and swift transformations. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. From Justin Jefferson's perspective, joining the Eagles could represent a bold step toward legacy and championship aspirations. While he's been Minnesota's beacon of hope, the opportunity to play in a more competitive, championship-ready environment is incredibly enticing. Jefferson has demonstrated that he's more than capable of transcending his team's struggles, but the allure of contending for a Super Bowl with a team loaded with talent might be too powerful to resist. Philadelphia's passionate fan base and high-octane offense offer a platform for Jefferson to cement his status as one of the game's elite. The risk, of course, lies in leaving a city and fan base that have embraced him so wholeheartedly, stepping into a new environment where expectations will be sky-high. This rumor, if true, reveals a player willing to take control of his destiny, embracing the pressures and opportunities that come with joining a contender. On the flip side, the Vikings management faces an existential challenge. Losing Jefferson under these rumored circumstances would be a devastating blow, forcing a complete reevaluation of their roster and strategy. The challenge isn't just finding a replacement receiver. It's about rebuilding a team identity from the ground up. The front office must now navigate the delicate balance between appeasing a frustrated fan base and making smart, forward-thinking decisions that could salvage the franchise's future. This kind of transition is fraught with risk and uncertainty. Draft capital, salary cap space, and coaching philosophy will all come under intense scrutiny as Minnesota attempts to rebound from what could be a franchise-altering loss. The pressure on the Vikings' leadership has never been higher, and their next moves will be critical in determining whether this is the beginning of a new chapter or the start of a long decline. The NFL as a whole will be watching closely, as the potential Jefferson to Eagles saga may set new precedents in player movement and team-building strategies. It underscores the growing influence of star players in shaping their careers and the rapid pace at which competitive windows can shift in today's game. If a player of Jefferson's caliber can orchestrate a secret move to a rival team, it raises questions about loyalty, transparency, and the evolving nature of professional football relationships. Front offices may need to become more agile, more proactive in managing superstar contracts and player satisfaction to avoid similar surprises. The league's competitive balance could be affected as power becomes increasingly concentrated among teams willing to make aggressive, high-risk acquisitions. This rumor, whether fully true or partially exaggerated, reflects broader trends that could reshape the NFL's landscape for years. As this story continues to unfold, the fans remain the heart of the drama. Vikings supporters are bracing for the worst, clinging to hope that this is just speculation. Meanwhile, Eagles fans are buzzing with anticipation, dreaming of the possibility that their team has just landed the missing piece for a championship run. Social media is ablaze with debates, memes, and emotional reactions, showcasing the deep personal connection fans have to these players and teams. This rumor has transcended the usual trade talk, tapping into something deeper about identity, loyalty, and the passion that makes football more than just a game. It's a reminder that in sports, narratives matter just as much as stats, and sometimes the story behind the scenes is as compelling as what happens on the field. For now, all eyes are on the next moves from both organizations. Will the Vikings respond publicly? Will Jefferson address the swirling rumors? Will the Eagles confirm or deny the whispers of a blockbuster signing? Each day that passes without clarity only adds fuel to the fire, increasing anticipation and speculation. Behind closed doors, negotiations and discussions are likely continuing, with agents, executives, and coaches all weighing the enormous stakes. This is more than just a potential player signing. It's a high-stakes chess game with the future of franchises hanging in the balance. Every tweet, every report, and every insider tip will be dissected for clues as this drama unfolds. Ultimately, whether Justin Jefferson's secret move to the Eagles turns out to be fact or fiction, it has already left an indelible mark on the NFL offseason narrative. It encapsulates the high drama, shifting alliances, and intense competition that define professional football today. Fans around the league will be watching, waiting, and hoping for the next chapter in this story. A chapter that could redefine careers, franchises, and the entire landscape of sport. The buzz is real, the stakes are sky high, and the potential fallout is enormous. This rumor, true or not, has captured the imagination of the football world, reminding us all why we watch. For moments of surprise, heartbreak, triumph, and the unpredictable thrill of the game. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.